What if I told you there's a floor plan tool that could boost your income, skyrocket client satisfaction as well, and save you hours of work? And what if creating accurate floor plans in minutes didn't require any drawing or measuring skills? In this video, I'll show you the app that I use, explain how it works, and here's the best part, it's absolutely free. Sort of. G'day friends, if you don't know me, I'm Brett and I'm a real estate photographer who's shot over 5,000 houses over a nearly 10-year period. And when you're shooting for real estate, the best way to increase your income is having additional services on top of your photography like floor plans, drone photography or video. Today I'm focusing on the creation of floor plans with a product called CubiCasa. This floor planning app can scan a house in minutes, saving you so much time on site, and you don't need a measuring device like this one or graph paper like this, or any graphical skills at all. All you need is your phone. Before we get into the specifics, this video is sponsored by CubiCasa, but that doesn't mean I won't give an honest opinion on the product. If you've watched any of my other videos, I don't just give positive reviews for the sake of it, and I don't review every product that comes my way. I only review products that I would actually use personally or in my business, or if I think they may have any value to you. Okay, let's get into it. I'm going to cover 6 key areas of this app, so by the end of the video, you'll know exactly how to use it and whether it's a good fit for your business or not. But stick around to the end because point number 6 is a new addition to the app that you can use to upsell to your customers, and I'll also have a bonus for you later in the video as well. For years I've used graph paper and a measuring device as was the most accurate and cost-effective way to do a floor plan. I would measure and draw it on paper first, then edit it later with the software on my PC, but doing it this way is way too time consuming, especially if you're starting out, because in the beginning you'll probably edit all your own images and videos, and you probably have to do it after hours as your last shoot of the day is in the evening. And this makes your day really long. The last thing you want to do is add more editing time to your day. So how CubiCasa works is via an app on your phone. You just open the app, put in the address of the property if it doesn't do it for you automatically, and then select scan. After that, you just walk around the perimeter of the inside of the house using your phone to scan as you go. Then just upload it. And all you have to do once you've been notified that the plan has been finished is go to cubi.casa on your PC, or look in the app and you'll see your plan is ready for you to download and send off to your customer. First thing you need to do is walk around the home and make sure you open all the doors and raise all the blinds and open all the curtains. Also turn on all overhead lighting as well. Then just click Start Scan on the app, and how I like to do it is start at the front door and follow the left wall all the way around the house, holding my phone around chest height and angling down to follow the baseboards of the home. Make sure you try to catch the underside of windows as well, so don't get too close. And if you do it this way and go around the whole home, you'll end up back exactly where you started. Once the scan's done, you just select Finish and upload it to CubiCasa to be drawn up. It takes up to 24 hours for the scan to come back, although I scanned my house as a test and it came back in about 8 hours. And the reason I scanned my own home was because we're in the middle of renovating and we have junk everywhere, and I wanted to see how well it did in areas where you can't even see the walls, like this room here, and the garage is just as bad as well. It did make a few mistakes, but overall it did surprisingly well. Like it added a door here where there isn't one, and it added a little wall here for some reason. Some of the measurements were also a bit off as well, but that's just to be expected because of not being able to scan the walls because of junk in the way. So how much time does it save? Well, let's find out. Instead of scanning my own home, how about we go to a house that's actually for sale and find out exactly how much time it saves. Well, come on. Okay, now we're at the property. I'm going to use this clipboard and this laser measure, and I'm going to walk around and measure this house like I've done 1,000 times before. And I am very fast at it. And I'm going to time how long it takes me to do it with the laser measure and a pen. And then I'm going to use the CubiCasa app, and we're going to see how long it takes to do that. And then at the end, we're going to compare the two and see if the CubiCasa app is actually accurate. And here we go. Okay, it's only a small place, but 9 minutes and 45 seconds to do a floor plan. 2-bedroom place, 2 bathroom. It's only an apartment, so it didn't take very long. Let's see how long it does with CubiCasa. 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Let's see how accurate it is. Okay, now that's done and the plan is back, let's compare measurements. Keep in mind that when I draw up a plan, I round up to the nearest decimal point. So if it measures at 3.56 meters, for instance, I round up to 3.6. So let's look at the differences. primary bedroom, it measured from the very end of the room near the window, whereas I measured usable space but I think the measurements are a little bit off here as well, as the width is quite a bit less than my measurement. Apart from a couple of slight measurement differences, the actual plan is perfect. I did a little test to see if it would pick up on a mistake. On the top bedroom, I drew the robe incorrectly on purpose just to see if the app would make a similar mistake. As you can see, the CubiCasa app did not make the same mistake. In Australia, we only need measurements of the living areas and bedrooms and sometimes the kitchen. So if you're worried about the accuracy, you could always quickly jot down the measurements in notes on your phone to double check later. If you're in the US, the pricing is as follows. The standard plan or light plan is free, and it gives you a basic plan without things like shower and sinks and countertops and so on. The plus plan gives you what the standard plan gives you, but you also get the fixtures added in like the sinks and showers and so on. And price for this package is around $15 US per plan. The next plan up is the Plus 3D package, and that enables the plan to be turned into a 3D structure that looks like this, with furniture and textures and so on. It's really handy for people who are renovating, as they can see what the outcome might actually look like. Price is approximately $65 for this package in the US. Another great option for you as a photographer is the 3D render option, which is great if you don't have any video skills or equipment but want to offer a video for your customers. As you can see here, it's pretty decent, and you can download it in an MP4 format, so if you wanted to add music to it or do further editing, you could. And lastly, if you have a sketch or a builder's plan of a property, you can upload it to CubiCasa to be drawn up into whatever style you need. Now, as mentioned earlier in the video, I do have a special bonus for you. If you click the link in the description or in the comments, you will get 3 free plus scans so you can try it out for yourself and really get a feel for the software and how it all works without any cost to you. If you plan on doing a lot of business through CubiCasa, you can join their preferred photographer program. Part of the requirements of joining is you have to include a floor plan with every photo shoot, and you have to state that you provide a floor plan with every photo shoot on your website. But there are a bunch of discounts and perks that come with this, like 25% discounts on all paid products, 60% discount on large property fees. You also get a faster turnaround on your plans and extra support and so on. I think the biggest bonus of this is the potential work that you can get from it. If you update your profile on the CubiCasa website to be a preferred photographer, you get top placement on the website and app in front of over 100,000 or so users. Of course, it isn't for everyone, but it's another option that CubiCasa provides that could be helpful. And now for areas of improvement is the custom template options. About 50% of my customers use my standard template, which is fine, but the other half have their own fonts and style and colors. And I found that rather than uploading a style as an example to CubiCasa to copy and save as a template, you literally have to draw it up in their styling area, and it's a bit clunky and hard to get an exact match to what your customer requires, especially if they have a specific font or if they have a contract in place that their plans have to look a certain way. CubiCasa do have a range of fonts, but I couldn't see a place to upload any additional ones, so what ends up happening is I have to get it drawn up again by another company to match it exactly to the customer's needs at additional cost. The other area of improvement would be the ability to do site plans, but I'm not sure exactly how CubiCasa app could even do that, so you still need to draw them yourself or have them done for you. But here is a brief explanation of the styler if you want to use it for yourself. All you have to do is log into your normal dashboard, so you log in as usual to CubiCasa and click on Settings. If you go down to Styling from Settings, as you can see, I have a standard template just here, but you can click on Create Style to create a new style for yourself or your customer. Okay, now that you're in the styling area, you have the name up the top here. You can change the units of metric to imperial or both. I tend to have mine as metric. And you can also change the rounding of how accurate your measurements are. For instance, you can have 2 decimal places or 1 or just an even amount. I tend to just leave it as 1 decimal place. And in the area display here, you can change it to dimensions and area, area only, or dimensions only. I tend to leave it as dimensions only. And this is the part here you can put the logo in. So if the customer has their own specific logo, you can upload it there. You can also change the style of the plan here. So you click on that there and you can see you can change it to wet space highlight, which highlights the wet areas of the home like kitchens and bathrooms. Simple blueprint, grayscale and so on. I tend to like elegant or earth tone, so we'll go elegant on this one. And as I was saying before, if you've got a logo uploaded for the customer, you can change the plan to match their logo. For instance, a bedroom color, if they've got a lot of blues in the logo, you can click on here and select in the blue area. Pick a blue that, that sort of matches their logo better. And you are done. And of course you can change the floor color, the wet space color, background color, pool color, all that kind of stuff. You can pick your text style for your disclaimer and your color. And here is the standard disclaimer here. You can change that to whatever you want. And of course you've got your fonts here. If you click on that, you can see that there is lots of fonts that CubiCasa provides, as well as font color and font style and so on. And of course, once you've done that, you scroll up to the top, change the style name to whatever you like, Real Estate Company 2 or something like that. You can call it whatever the company name is if you like. Go down the bottom here and do Save as New, and you have saved your new template. And as you can see, it shows up in the list here as Real Estate Company 2. You can set that as a default one if you want, if that's a standard you like. Otherwise, you can just have all your different companies here. All right, let's go over what's new in CubiCasa. This product is a really good way to be a little bit different than your competitors. It's no extra work for you, as you're already doing the floor plan and taking photos, and it's called an interactive tour. And how it works is you do a plan, scan as normal, purchase a Plus or Plus 3D with your scan, then upload your property photos that you took while you were there, and the CubiCasa AI engine will automatically place your photos in the correct spot on the plan. So if you click the icon, it will show the photos from that exact angle. And you or the agent just post the provided URL to wherever you want to put it. This product is a great way to upsell an extra service without any extra work on your part. And if you're getting into real estate photography, give this video here a watch as I go over 24 things I wish I knew before I started in real estate as a photographer. See you later.